Hello everybody, this is part one of a two-part review of the Samsung Galaxy S2 from Virgin Mobile USA. So first of all, this phone is $370 on Virgin Mobile's website as of now. Actually, as of right now, it is discounted to $300 for the holidays. And it comes in white and titanium. This is obviously the titanium version. I think it only affects the front, but I really do like the look. Alright, and this phone is also known as the Epic Touch 4G on Sprint. I believe it came out a little over a year ago, and back then it was a very high-end phone. So, again, it's a pretty good phone overall. It was high-end last year. Alright, so some specs are it has a Super AMOLED Plus 480 by 800 pixel 4.52 inch screen with Gorilla Glass. It also has 16 gigabytes of internal storage, and it also has an SD card slot, but there's no card included. And it has 1 gigabyte of RAM and an Exynos dual-core 1.2 gigahertz processor. It also has, or is 4G WiMAX capable, and when you're on 4G, you get unlimited data, whereas when you're on 3G, you get throttled after 2.5 gigabytes. So that's nice. And then it has Wi-Fi BGN, Wi-Fi Direct, Bluetooth 3.0, and a Wi-Fi hotspot, which you need to pay extra for. Also, it has an 8 megapixel camera with an LED flash, and as you can see there, and a 2 megapixel front-facing camera. It also records video 1080p HD, and has Ice Cream Sandwich version 4.0.4 installed on here. And it comes with an 1800 milliamp hour battery. So that was all a mouthful. And you can see on the back it's a nice texturized design. I really do like the design of the phone. It's great to hold, great to use. I like the size a lot, to be honest. It's not too big and not too small. The screen real estate is really nice, but yet it's still very comfortable in the hand. Alright, first let's check out messaging. So, let's go to messaging. And actually, before I start, I'd like to say something. I spent over 3 hours on the phone with Virgin Mobile over the last couple days trying to activate this phone. I got it about a week ago. And they never were able to activate it. No clue why. They, claim to know why, and then they end up not knowing why. And they keep escalating it to upper departments and yada yada, but it never got fixed. So that's my deal with this one. I won't be selling this one online. I'll just be returning it since I don't think it's a device problem, but you never know. Alright, so I did not get to test. That's just something to keep note. This is not activated right now. I never did get to test 4G on this device, but if you go look at my tests from the Evo 4G, you will see some speed tests. And I never got to test the browser on 3G and any of that. So, that being said, let's continue with the review. Messaging. I guess I never did get to message anyone for real. So I messaged myself, which of course did not send because I don't have any service. But I have to say, first of all, Samsung uses a different kind of messaging system of its own on their phones. So you can see it's a little different than normal Android. So when you compose a message, you can see it's just a different layout than usual. So you can type your number. We'll type that, and then you can type your message, hi. And when outgoing messages or sent messages from you are blue, if you can see that there, and failed ones are gray, so that one just turned gray, and incoming ones are green, I know from other phones I've used. So it's nice, the color coding, and the green ones come up on this side, centered to that side. So it's nice, but that's Samsung's messaging app. And as for keyboards, it includes Swipe as the default keyboard, and it has the Samsung keyboard, which isn't my favorite. and I'm not a swipe guy either, but that's what's included, and you can always download more from the market. But when you're typing with the Samsung keyboard, it seems to jump a lot because this bar with suggestions, it comes up when it needs them, but then, okay, you can turn all this off. Okay, and now it's not there anymore, and then it jumps to fit the size when you switch, so it's just a lot of jumping in the end. All that flashing you can kind of see in the middle there. That gets annoying, and I think it must slow it down because it doesn't quite feel up to speed with my texting when I go fast. But other than that, you can get other keyboards like I said. Okay, now let's check out the web browser. So I have a page loaded because page loading doesn't really matter because we don't have 3G here. A couple things you should notice. It seems very smooth, or well, it is smooth for the most part, like when scrolling like this, but something makes it feel jumpy. I think that when you do this, it just zooms through the page where usually it would just go a little bit. I don't know, but it feels somewhat jumpy even though it is pretty smooth. Transitions are quick, you can see, and pinch to zoom is not bad. Alright, and when you zoom out from, yeah, you saw that was a little bit laggy there, but when you zoom out from the, from when you're already zoomed out and you zoom out, it brings you to your tabs, and that's where you can start a new one. Oops. And all that. Whoops, oh boy. Here's the tabs button. Alright, so there's that. And another way to zoom on this phone is by holding your fingers and then tilting the phone, and you can turn this on and off. I don't really have a use for it, but it's an interesting little feature. It's been on a couple phones. And again, I did not get to test speed of this on the 3G and 4G networks. So overall, though the browser is not bad, it feels good, but again, it feels just a bit jumpier than I'd like. Again, though, it's very capable of loading good big pages and all that. Alright, so for day-to-day apps, I used Facebook and stuff, and it was fine. Never any lag there, and it always worked. Gmail, YouTube, same thing. Also, something I noticed is every now and then it'll lag with the 4 capacitive buttons down here. It would just not respond when I started pressing them, which is really annoying, but usually it came out of it after a couple seconds. Well, it always did. So no problem running day-to-day apps, and then also you can customize home screens on this thing. Alright, so to customize the home screens and stuff on here, you just press the menu when you're on the home screen. Oops, did I press the wrong button? Press the menu, and then you can press, I believe it's edit. Nope, edit will. Looks like you can move the screens around. That's pretty cool. It's actually, you tap and hold on there, and then you can see it kind of pulls out your screen, and you can choose which screen you want. So let's just say this one, and you can move things around, and let's just say we want to, take this widget and move it over here, and then also you can add shortcuts to different things right from here, and you can change your wallpapers right in here, add folders, and also add widgets. So we could add application monitor and just put it there, or you can just drag it where you want it. So that's nice, and this is neat because then you can just go in here and exit apps you don't want running, which is quite handy. So that is that. And as you can see, it has live wallpapers. Just picked this one out, but live wallpapers do use more battery. So please come back to watch more in part 2. And please subscribe and like my page on Facebook, facebook.com/funzier1. And thanks for watching.